Good morning. We're going to talk about Kobe Bryant today. My best friend from high school, his sister shared a limo with Kobe Bryant, and he actually went to. I went to Kobe Bryant's high school. He went to prom with Brandy. So Brandy was starring in Moesha at the time. Kobe was very clear was going to have a very successful career, and their parents sort of did like a little arranged marriage thing, and a lot of the Kobe Bryant stories from around that time that people don't really think about now was how introverted he was and how he didn't want to hang out with people, and he just wanted to go home and watch basketball tapes and wake up early and practice in the gym. And I remember right after Kobe Bryant died, I picked up the Black Mamba book in a bookstore. And the way the book starts is he talks about how much he loves the grooves of the basketball and just the feeling of it in his hands. And we're going into an age of a lot of easy dopamine and AI and just a ton of distractions. And it's really, really important. And one of the big takeaways I've had from studying Kobe Bryant, and I read a lot of the Phil Jackson and the Tim Grover books around him, is that whatever you're trying to get better at has to be the most interesting thing in your life. It has to be really interesting to you. And a lot of the stuff on Money Twitter talks about autism and autism being a good thing. And it's clear that these people are not actually autistic. They're very social in many cases. But what they're referring to is an obsessive attention to details in every element of your process and your success, almost to the exclusion of everything else in life. And I think when you think about having a dopamine fast or putting a priority on something else in your life or getting rid of distractions, I think that's really important for some people, but I think it's just also really important to fall in love with whatever you're doing and put little rituals around it. So I really like my gym clothes. I like the feeling of certain weights in my hand. I like looking about what wrist wraps to buy. I like checking Maility every morning and checking my sending client and making sure all my clients' campaigns are sending properly and warmed up and the proper limits are out there. These are things that you begin to get obsessed with just because you start to fall in love with the process, in many ways more than the results. So I take MMA classes. My MMA teacher was like, I had this fighter and he did really well, and we moved him into a nice mansion, and he wanted to go back and start living in the gym again and training with the guys because that was more rewarding. And I think that there's a certain part of business that's like that. And if you can structure your life or structure your beliefs so that your business really is, and going to the gym and your relationship is really the most interesting thing to you, you're going to get really good at those things. And I think that without having that focus, because there are so many things that pull at our attention, you can't open your phone, or if you live in Miami, you can't even look up or down the street without having 20 or 30 things compete for your attention. You have to have those things that you really want to get good at, things that you really want to master in life, which is always health, relationships, and business. Those things have to be really interesting to you. You have to fall in love with the grooves of the basketball, the way Kobe Bryant did.